V svetu narašča potreba po večji uporabi obnovljivih virov energije. Zaradi nenehno rastočega povpraševanja po energiji se zaloge fosilnih goriv zmanjšujejo. Zaradi neenakomerne porabe in antropogenih emisij ogljikovega dioksida, ki nastane iz gorečega olja, plina in premoga, ki destruktivno vpliva na podnebje, je projekt Transenergy namenjen spodbujanju trajnostne rabe geotermalne energije v zahodnem delu Panonskega bazena in njegove okolice.
I would like to emphasize that this project is not only just a project at our survey. It shows all the activities within the project show that this subject is very important these days at the European level and also at the national levels. So I would urge you to try to cooperate even more together to find a better transnational solutions to these problems. As we know, geology disregards political boundaries, and as such, if we want to tackle the geothermal issues in one country, we most definitely will have to cooperate with the cross-boundary countries, and that is what these international projects are all about. It's about transferring knowledge and disregarding, I hope politicians won't hear me, but disregarding political boundaries.
Cilji projekta Transenergy, prekomejni viri geotermalne energije Slovenije, Avstrije, Madžarske in Slovaške, je izdelava orodja za spodbujanje večje, a hkrati tudi trajnostne rabe geotermalnih virov, ki bo temeljila na obstoječih geoznanstvenih spoznanjih.
The main objective of Transenergy project, which is running in the frame of the Central Europe program, is to provide a user-friendly interactive web portal which is transferring all the relevant information about the geothermal systems in the western part of the Pannonian Basin, especially focusing on the transboundary areas between Slovenia, Austria, Hungary and Slovakia. And why is it very important? Because in general, within Europe, the Pannonian Basin as a large geographic or geological unit has one of the best potentials due to the geological build-up. But of course, all these geological and hydrogeological properties, conditions do not stop at state borders. So all this reserve, what we want to exploit, are shared by the different countries. And that's why it is very important that we have a transboundary approach, because in many cases, if there is a utilization in one country near to the border region, then the possible unfavorable effects of this utilization, so for example thermal water abstraction, can cause negative effects in the neighboring country. So that's why it is very important that the countries have harmonized management strategies.
The utilization aspects are a very tough task for us geologists, because we are most dealing with natural systems. In this aspect, we have to work with people. We have to provide information from users, from authorities, and fill the certain databases and aggregate from this a lot amount of data, which shows in which status the utilization of geothermal energy on this transboundary area is. In certain local areas, it is observed that neighborhood users interact with, so there is obviously a non-sustainable use of resources.
Projekt obravnava ključni problem rabe naravnih virov, ki si jih deli več držav. Naravni viri, kot je geotermalna energija, katere glavni prenosnik so globoki tokovi podzemne vode, so močno vezani na geološke strukture, ki pa se ne zaključijo na državnih mejah. Zaradi tega je čezmejni pristop edini ustrezen za oceno razpoložljive geotermalne energije in pogojev njene trajnostne rabe. Projekt Transenergy je vezan na srednjeevropski program področje intervencije 3.1, razvijanje visoko kvalitetnega okolja z upravljanjem in zaščito naravnih virov in dediščine.
Well, geothermal energy is, of course, one of the renewable energy sources. At least it is mentioned as such in the new directive for the renewable energy sources of the European Commission. Geothermal energy has to be handled carefully to make it a sustainable resource. It's like in forestry or fishery, you can use things in a sustainable way, but you also can overexploit. So we have a certain recharge and replenishment of the geothermal heat, and as long as we're not overusing it, it will be sustainable and such it will be renewable. There is always some heat from the center of the Earth coming to the surface, and this will last almost as long as the sunshine will last. So geothermal energy is about as renewable and as sustainable as solar energy and wind can be.
Partnerji v projektu so geološki zavodi 4 držav – Avstrije, Madžarske, Slovaške in Slovenije, ki so vključeni tudi v druge mednarodne projekte o naravnih virih in imajo dolgoletno tradicijo medsebojnega sodelovanja v številnih bilateralnih projektih.
These organizations which you mentioned are the major stakeholders of the project, so hopefully they will be the main users of the project results. But during the course of the project, especially in work package 3, which is about the utilization aspects, they are contributing a lot. So they are providing all the utilization data, the utilization parameters, and when we are writing or preparing these recommendations about groundwater management, we are very much relying on their advice and contributions. So they are not official project partners, but they are a kind of satellite partners in all 4 countries, and they provide a lot of additional information.
Transenergy projekt podpira resna mednarodna prizadevanja za povečanje deleža obnovljivih virov energije. Poleg tega prispeva k Lizbonski strategiji z uvajanjem novih izvedb in potencialnih naložb v sektorju geotermalne energije, ki vodijo k povečanju konkurenčnosti regije. Rezultati projekta so tudi dodatek kohezijske politike s krepitvijo teritorialnega sodelovanja med sodelujočimi državami.